Alright, welcome back and welcome to any new people to my channel. Now, for my returning visitors, you probably realize that this is my first time posting for a good 8-9 months, and I feel I owe you, first of all, an apology, but also an explanation to my quite long absence. Now, for the past few months, I've been very busy studying, and before those months, I was going through a few things quite affected my mental pretty heavily, and I wanted to take a bit of time for myself to fix through these problems, get a bit better mentally, and focus on the things that really help me feel better mentally. Training, spending time with family, everything like that. So I just want to extend my apologies to everybody for being absent. But with that being said, I feel so much better, and life has been really good as of recent. I've been studying a lot, as you can see. Training's been really good, and I hope now that I can produce some more content to people who may want to watch, or people who need to learn about fragrances or anything. And I would like to start implementing maybe some of my knowledge of combat sports and maybe some of the things I learned throughout my studies, maybe into this channel. Make some sport/fighting content. So if that's something you guys would like, let me know in the comments. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. Alright, why you guys probably clicked on this video in the first place. Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Parfum and Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. Now, these are two fragrances that I've been meaning to review for a while, and I kind of want to give you a bit of an explanation to my love of this fragrance. Now, the first bottle I've got of this, and yes, I have two. Actually, let me back that up real quick. I got my first bottle of this stuff in 2023, December to be exact. And this fragrance was truly the one to get me into fragrances. This thing was beautiful. I still remember distinctively smelling it for the first time, and just I can't even comprehend or replicate my thought process when I smelled that for the first time, because it was truly a wow factor in a bottle. This stuff to this day has never let me down. If I'm going out to a date night, need something a bit more seductive and inviting, sweet, which I personally quite like to wear a lot, this is my go-to. Now, I understand it may be too rich for some people, which I completely get. It is a very rich fragrance, and I don't expect everybody to wear it that often. And also B, it is very overhyped, okay? I understand that. But coming from somebody who had never smelled a fragrance before, this was by far the best I've ever smelled, alright? And to this day, there aren't many, in my opinion, that can compete to the wow factor of smelling it. Now again, I am a sucker for sweet fragrances. That is probably why I rate it very highly. If you like fresh fragrances or even something that's more masculine, you probably won't like this fragrance as much. And for me, this is one of those fragrances where it's truly 10 out of 10. Now anyways, I kind of want to go over the Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Parfum. Actually, my bottle's getting very empty. I think I might need to get another one. Now, this stuff is also truly amazing. Now, when you smell it, it is considerably different to the Elixir. I actually don't know what they're thinking when they made the Elixir. clearly they just want something way more sweet. Because when you smell this, they smell light years apart. Not that either one is particularly better, but they are very different fragrances. Now, of course, would I wear this to a date night? Or this? I would probably lean towards the Elixir. But this is by far a way more wearable and I guess kind of daily driver of fragrance. Not meaning that's any less exciting, but it's a lot less sweet and can be considered as less invasive on the palate. Now, when you take a smell of both of these, the similarities between these two, and when you smell them at first, it takes a bit to process, but you can definitely smell they're both there, right? The layer of lavender and amber, and yes, that is an ad. I'm gonna skip this shit. Anyways, so when you smell both of these, of course they are inherently different, but you can smell the similarities between them. Why can I not say that word properly? Similarities. You can smell the lavender and the amber, you know, they're all layered. It's just that when you smell this, it's powdery, it's quite spicy and a bit woody. And when you smell this, it's sweet and that vanilla is brought way up. The honey is too. And taking at face value, way more sweet, could be more seductive, maybe even more playful. This more masculine, probably better for an average night out, you know, maybe with the guys, and if you're maybe expecting a bit of sweet company, this would be my pick. Now, I'm pretty sure the La Parfum was released in 2020 and the Elixir was in 23. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. Alright, now both these suit winter. Alright, they're winter fragrances. But I would still rock both of them, alright? And I would even say in the summer, the Parfum could be quite nice. It may be, like I said, a little bit invasive, alright, because it is aromatic. One thing about both of these fragrances, aromatic as a motherfucker, alright? Trust me, people are going to be smelling you. And trust me, if you don't get any compliments, that's fine, okay? That doesn't mean anybody can't smell you. Because with these, you can assure yourself that people will smell you, okay? You will definitely be known. I think either one of these could be quite a nice signature fragrance to pick up. Although I wouldn't probably wear both of them for daily use. This one would be a bit more suitable. Maybe suitable for an average night out, maybe business. Something like that. More masculine, bit more professional. Whereas this just smells like... It smells like a garden. A picnic in a beautiful garden with like a nice honey candle and a bottle of champagne. Lavender is around. Now, upon recording, I completely realized that I missed out on one of the most important tests. Alright, and that is the atomizer test. Now, both of these use pressurized atomizers that are quite similar. My La Parfum is quite empty, and also the Elixir, other Elixir bottle is completely empty. So I'm just going to be using this because they are quite similar. I'm sorry, I had to. Okay. Now, little spray. Now, in terms of atomizer, both very strong. I don't think you have to worry about it on that end. Projection and sillage is also very strong. Like I said, very aromatic fragrance, okay? It lasts quite a while. You can expect probably about a good 8 hours of full, strong projection, and I'd say after that it weakens. But the beautiful thing about Jean Paul Gaultier that I've noticed that a lot of other fragrances don't really hold is that exactly what I just said, it doesn't hold in your clothes. I smell a lot of fragrances and I've also sprayed a lot on myself, right? And there aren't many that have lasted as long as Jean Paul Gaultier. I mean, I spray it on myself and let's say I spray it on a hoodie and I don't wash it. Put it on a week later and I still smell it quite strongly. It's quite apparent. Alright, so in summary, I would personally choose the Elixir, okay? But the Parfum definitely has its place and I would highly recommend picking up both of them. Both extraordinary. Wow on a bottle. Great performance, great projection, not too bad pricing. Very, very solid. Anyways, I'd like to just thank you for tuning back in to anybody returning or anybody visiting for the first time. I vow from here on out to make more content. Anyways, thank you for keeping up with me today, and I hope you guys have a great night or day, whatever time you're watching.